All right, I started up the YouTube feed. Not much of a day for anything right now. This is really a pretty dead day. So just please don't overtrade. Don't take too many large positions. Don't try to overstay your welcome in these trades. It's really a day for very fairly quick trades. A good day for just sit on your hands right now for swings because we don't have any trend to jump into unless we can find a stock that's really outstanding. And they had some good setups, but right now we're not getting any follow through with anything. Harry pointing out about Lily flying today after some bad news. Yeah, it has been weak the past several weeks. Moving back up again now. Yeah, coming off of a pretty deep low. Got resistance up at about 826. There's nothing going on here. LPTE, low probability trading environment. Market just moving deadly, gap up and move sideways. IWM was weak this morning, gap down, moving sideways right now. Triple Qs, moving sideways. SPY, moving sideways. Again, we had a little bit of a trade in the SPY right here, but there's no follow through in any of this. We don't have any trend to follow right now. Again, I took Microsoft this morning for just a quick intraday trade here, coming off the VWAP, and was able to make some money on it. Nothing big here. There's really not a lot to be made on many trades right now, and I'm just watching for some setups. Jules, no real direction today with the market. That's an understatement. There is nothing. We've had a gap up and then sideways movement. Volume's low. We'll move up and moving into Thanksgiving. Market's going to get a little bit slow, and the volume's way down today on the SPY. 8.9 million shares. Yesterday traded 42 million. 8.9 million at 11:30 is terrible. Very, very low volume. So just be careful, because low volume can be really tough to trade. Look for stocks that have got at least some volume in them to work with. intraday just to be watching. I'm just trying to find some potential swing type trades, but right now nothing's really set up for me. Microsoft was a good setup for an intraday trade today, but it went right up close to resistance. Amazon starting to pull back now. Apple had a nice move up this morning, just moving sideways. A lot of compression going on right now. SMCI down today about almost 9%. Nvidia up just a little bit. Netflix with a nice little PBO pullback opportunity as well, but just not an awful lot of follow through in anything right now. T2104 today, by the way, is bearish. Bearish. It was bullish all day yesterday. It's bearish right now. So, versus the SPY, we've got a divergence to the downside. So you got to be careful. Here's the T2104 chart. See yesterday, nice move up. See today, down. Here's the SPY right here, the red and green lines. SPY is moving up right now. T2104 moving down. Cumulative volume index going down. So the number of stocks with down volume is, total volume to the downside is exceeding the total volume to the upside. So you get a little divergence right there. So I'm not particularly interested in jumping into too many overnight longs. The SPY is still set up here pretty nice on the SPY super system as it get another pop out of the box coming off here, but this is really just a very flat market right now. IWM finally moving up after a big pull down this morning, but this is garbage. Really is garbage. George, market probably flat until the 2 p.m. FOMC minutes. Yeah, minutes don't really do too much. I think a lot of this is the volume is very low today, and you know we're going into a holiday here. A lot of people are going to be off on Friday as well, so this is typical for the trading into holiday. It was a short week. We should get choppy price action all week. Yeah, probably. Yesterday we had a pretty all of the price action has been in gaps here yesterday and today. Gapped up yesterday, pulled down, gapped up again today, moving sideways. So all of it is overnight. Again, that's why I took the SPY calls overnight last night. Made money right at the open, and now not really much going on. I took one SPY super system on the SPY that I just made a little bit of money on, and I took a SPY super system trade this morning on IWM to the short side. I made a little bit of money on, but there isn't an awful lot of money to be made here. And I also took some Microsoft calls intraday here this morning, right here, and I'm out here, in here, out here. These are pretty quick trades. I can't post any of these things. They're just too quick. And this is a tough, really difficult trading day. A good day not to be committing very much money to the market. Again, don't feel like over trading is one of the biggest problems that traders have. They just trade. They get antsy. They just can't sit there and watch. They feel like they got to have something on, so they grab something that looks decent. Decent's not good enough. Again, our objective is not to make trades. Our objective is to make money. Shiv, on the M5, are the 8 EMA and EMA 15 useful? Yeah, I use them all the time on the 5-minute chart. I don't put the 8 over here on the SPY super system on toss. It just misses too many moving averages to handle. But I do on the I'll show you on the this is the right here. This is my 5-minute chart. If I'm looking at the SPY, you can see the 8 is the white line, the orange line is the 15, and they basically, you know, I use the 15 as a backstop. Now I use them on the daily as well. I mean, they're very useful on the daily, but I do use them on the 5. But I'm basically coming off the VWAP and the 15. Those are the ones that I use. Same as what we've got on the Thinkorswim platform. But I do include the 8 here on my daily chart on TC2000. And if you look at Microsoft, which I took this morning, you see how the 8 crossed up, came up. Here's the VWAP right here, and I get in right here as it bounced off of the. It actually came down to pretty close to the 15. If I look over here on Microsoft, because this is really set up for the SPY super system. Right here is where it was, right there around 10:30. So if I look at over here at 10:30, right here, is it coming off the 8 as well? See how it came off the 8? And you get a little bit of a volume burst right there. We had some pretty high volume at Microsoft this morning. Again, I didn't want to chase it. I took it off this pullback and then took my profits. Wasn't an awful lot of profits we had, and I knew the 427.82 was that resistance level, that high volume resistance level was right up there. So when it got relatively close to that, I took it off. But yeah, I use the 8 and 15 on both the daily and the 5-minute. The only thing I use on the daily that is not on the 5-minute is the 50, the 100, and the 200. Is there a Thinkorswim T2104? Yeah, I think it is an advanced decline ratio. They use it over in the Discord room. I forget what it is they use off a toss, but there is one. Not much volatility here. Just drift. So again, don't chase. If you're going to take a trade, wait for it to come back to the 15 or the 8 and then get it as it bounces off of it. Make sure your entry is really close to the support and resistance level so you don't have to take a drawdown. VOLD, okay, VOLD is I guess on the TC2 on Thinkorswim. Thanks, Dallin, appreciate that. Dollar sign VOLD right there. Up volume, down volume. Pretty flat. Yeah, I'm used to using the TC 2000 2104, so. There's a difference in the up and down volume there. Oops. SPY drifting up here now. It's a little bit of a move in the SPY. You had to kind of suffer through all this garbage. And again, I'm not taking it up here. It's even it's too far away from the 15 for me right now. I need to pull back. It could keep going, but Q's are below the VWAP. IWM is going nowhere here. So SPY is kind of leading the pack above the VWAP, and also the strong is up 0.38%. SPY up 0.38. Triple Q's up 0.41. Q's and SPY about the same, but the Q's are below the VWAP right now, and the SPY is above it. So SPY is a better long setup. Microsoft might be setting up for a SPY super system. Well, it's technically not a SPY super system, but I know what you mean. It's setting up to break off the 15. But it's got see, Microsoft has resistance at 427.82. All right, 427. So about $2 to the upside is your resistance level on it. William, there isn't a direct alternative to the T's on Thinkorswim. Yeah, the T2104. They have a lot of T setups in TC2000. You have some scripts, but you're just using TC2000 now. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm used to doing. The T2104, which again is still bearish today, even as the market drifts up. Again, I recommend against chasing any of these things. Chase this up, it looks good, you get long, but you're too far away from the 15. Then you get this pullback, and now you're looking at your setup, and you're all of a sudden you're red. not too much to say today. Market's pretty gap up and then just chop. You know, our best trade was that taking those Qs overnight. We really worked nicely. We took 75% gain on that. That was excellent. And took another one Friday night to yesterday, about 70% and then 75%. It was really two good trades. Again, just using the trading off the divergence on the cumulative volume. That's all. Again, they're fairly speculative trades, but worked out pretty nicely. Again, low probability trading environment. Don't chase. Try to find a decent setup. I'm still looking for some decent stocks to trade. VIPS is a good relatively weak stock to trade for short. VIPS moving down here, gap down. Specialty retail, it's got room down to a 1207, so about 80 cents to the downside. That's actually a pretty nice short setup on VIPS. I have no idea what the options look like. I wouldn't be surprised if they're monthlies. Let me look. Yeah, monthlies, December 20th. Is the expiration date on those. Doesn't move an awful lot. The $13 puts are 50 by 60 for December the 20th. So 50 by 60, and you got about 12 cents of intrinsic value. Not very good. $14 puts are $1.15 by $1.30. $14 puts have got about $1.12 of intrinsic in that. That's a pretty good price if you want to go short VIPs. But it's still got a 15-cent wide spread, which is pretty wide on this stock. But again, it's got room down to 1207, so that's about 80 cents. Very little volume on VIPs. Very little.
Watching these semis hitting the lows of the day, the SMH down 1.15%. As the semis in the Nasdaq is lows of the day.
It's all the semis coming in. Nvidia down today. Actually, it's up a little bit, but it's not much. AMD's down almost 3%. The SMH that he was talking about, that's the semiconductor ETF. down about 1.16%. SMCI with a down about 9%. And ASML also down about 2%. Just choppy here, market. Very, very choppy. VIP's probably the best play to play it is off of shares. Short the shares. It's bouncing back up a little bit right now, but not much. SPY just, you know, I hate to keep repeating myself, but this is a terrible market to trade right now. It really is. This Q's coming in. IW1 coming in again. The T2104 is negative. It's bearish on the day, so I immediately get concerned about the long positions. So consequently, I'm not taking very many. Again, very low probability trading environment here. All the semis are really getting hit pretty hard today, though. SPY sitting right on the 15. About 10 minutes, 8 minutes to 12. Market going no place. All of these trades today are pretty scalpy. I'm not a real big fan of scalping, but right now there's not an awful lot you can do. There's VIPs. I still like this thing short. NNE pulled back again this morning after a little gap up. Netflix on a PBO pullback opportunity, but not doing much. Fortinet, a decent PBO. Fortinet FTNT. Talked about this one a few days ago. Nice little move up here in bull flag. Pulls back to the 8, to the 15, moves sideways, trying to break out today. Crappy volume though. Good volume yesterday, but lousy volume today. But that's a nice little PBO on FTNT. Yeah, here's a look at that VIPS. Pretty weak.
Coming from a CBS, talk that Biden is expected to announce that Israel had Hezbollah ceasefire on Tuesday.
Mara pretty strong today, up about 3.5%, sitting right at resistance, 27.57 on Mara. Then goes Netflix. Nice PBO.
US patent talk on the name.
Riot's probably following, not that much, not as strong as Mara. And Coin just kind of drifting up here. It's down for the day. MSTR, another big crypto. Really a volatile stock, not doing anything. Fiserv, drifting up, that's good. It's moving in our favor. Let's see if we get any questions here as we're coming up on lunchtime, or at least 12 o'clock. Amazon calls average 248%. Nice move in Amazon. Just moving sideways now. William falling asleep. Yeah, this is a slow day. Fourth time through your charts. Yeah, this is a very dead day. Again, coming into tomorrow could be just as bad. So again, some days you can make good days to make money. Some days it isn't, and you don't want to be pushing yourself and taking a lot of trades on days when it's a low probability trading environment. You're just gonna drip away a lot of money. And I mentioned the position I took yesterday in ENPH. I haven't. I'm still in it. I'm still going to hold it on ENPH. It's down today a little bit, but the setup is still fine. Here's ENPH for anybody who was in that with me. Again, it's a solar stock. As I said yesterday, it's speculative because solar has been so weak here lately. Look, it came down, did form a bottom right here, and bounced back up again in the 8 and the 15. You see the 8 slumping up, the 15 starting to curve up. And what I'm looking for is a move up to the entrance to this, into this gap, not into the gap, just the entrance to the gap. That's going to be resistance right there. So that's what I'm holding. That's why I'm holding that. ENPH. Eric took 71% profit in SHOP after entering last Friday. Very nice trade. Yeah, very nice trade on SHOP. This is the SHOP chart that he said he took on Friday. This is beautiful. See this pull? This is a PBO. This is a pullback opportunity. See the big gap up, hits resistance here, pulls back to the 8, compresses, and took it like probably right here on Friday. Yeah, right here, as it bounced off the 8, right here on a PBO, pullback opportunity, and moved up nicely. And you see here's the resistance at 114.51. So this is a really good place to take profits. Nice trade. Very nice trade, Eric. Again, good day to keep your money in your pocket. This is really garbage. Again, I made 3 trades today, an IWM short this morning for a SPY super system trade that worked. Alright, SPY super system trade to the upside this morning, which worked for just quick profits. And then I took Microsoft for a quick intraday trade this morning here, and I'm out. As right now, I haven't got anything on. This is really slow market. It's really important to understand identifying markets that are good for trading and those that are terrible for trading. Today's market is terrible for trading. So you can still get some winners, but your probability is much lower than it would be on a trending day. This is really just chop, not much going anywhere. So you gotta make your position small. You gotta take profits quickly. Ed, you picked up 6% of the Q super system. Yeah, I'm not touching any of these. Can't touch these. This garbage. Look at the color changes. Again, very risky taking any of these trades right now, but you made money, that's good. That's because you probably get in right at the perfect level. Good job. All right, have a good lunch, Ed. I know it's a meeting, but we'll call it lunch. It's a little after 12 o'clock here right now. Welcome to all the folks watching on YouTube. Again, this is my SPY super system, or what used to be called the compass. This tells us whether the institutions are in or not in. This is current time frame momentum. This is multi-time frame momentum. Yellow and red is bearish. Blue and green is bullish. You can see it's just chopping around right now. Different colors. For swing type trades, we use the current multi-time frame momentum, current time frame momentum, but we use it on a daily chart. So if we look at the Qs on a daily, it's going to look completely different. See, we have blue and green. We're bullish on the Qs here on the daily chart. So that's what I use on the stocks that we look for swings. We're in the FI right now as a swing trade. Notice it's green across the board. This tells me the institutions are buying this, and the chart shows me that it's breaking out nicely. It's a nice setup on FI. So we're long that. But January calls on it. I was trading decently today. I mean, the market's garbage. I mean, this is, let's be honest, this is a garbage market trading day right now. There's just not an awful lot you can trade. All you're getting is just a lot of moves up and down, just chopping around. All three indexes just very difficult to trade these. You have no market tailwind to help you in anything here right now today, so any stocks you take are going to have to stand on their own, and there's not a lot of stuff going on here. Amazon was nice and strong this morning. See, it's just kind of drifted back down now. Microsoft, which I took today for a quick win, still just moving sideways here. VIP for a potential short, bouncing back up again. Just pretty bad action right here. Again, I'm ANPH. I'm in this one. It's starting to bounce a little bit. Solar stock and FI we're in. This is our swing trade FI. Looking to add some more, but I can't find anything right now that I want to take. Richard, why the swing trade in EHPM yesterday with the daily seem to be red on the multi-day gear signal? Yeah, let me show you what I liked about it. This was, and when I mentioned it yesterday, I mentioned I was taking it based on technicals. What I liked as far as the technical setup was concerned. Some of the stocks, if we look at ENPH here, if we look here on the compass system or on the super system, we go to switch to the daily. You're going to see that this green here, the multi is still red, but the reason I took this, let me show you the TC2000 technical setup on here. The reason I took it is it's pulled back really hard. There's a big gap right here. It pulled back hard. It formed a base here. No question, it formed a base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows here, just about around the same level, and then it bounced up. Now the 8 went from red to white. This is 8 moving up. The 15 is starting to go flat. It bounced up above the 8, and then yesterday it bounced above the 15. And what I've got for target is right up here, right as the entrance to this gap. It's about 77.82. So this is basically, I took this off of this technical setup right here. This is a decent technical setup. Now it's solar. Solar's got hit pretty hard after the election, and now they're trying to bounce a little bit. But that's why I took this. And you know, if it stays above the 8 and the 15, I can stay in it, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a run up to there. It's purely a technical trade, but I do have the current time frame momentum on the daily telling me that there's buying. So multi-time frame is going to be red for a while until this curls up a little bit longer. But that's why I took the trade. And it's fairly speculative. I took DXCM for the same reason yesterday, and I get out of it. I get in, get out, took profits in it, gapped up this morning, but now it's pulling back down again. But this one is in a gap. This is in a big, huge gap right here. All right, so that's what I traded yesterday on that one, and I made some decent money on it. But again, the ENPH, you can't take everything. You have to look at context on trades. So when I look at the compass system and I look at the this ENPH on the daily, what I see is the blue to green here. This current time frame momentum is getting stronger. The multi-time frame is still very red, but current's getting stronger, and I've got this room up to here. So it's a decent risk reward if I'm using the 8 and the 15 as a stop. Okay, Richard, hopefully that explains it. Shai, these are your dog's favorite days. Get to go on a long evening walk. This is one of the worst recently. Yeah, listen, that's what these slow markets like this are tough to trade, and you got to force yourself to sit back and not trade. I mean, I made a couple of trades. I made a small amount of money today, but I feel comfortable if not taking any trades today. This is really garbage. Okay, Shai, have a good one. Jared, if this week is garbage for trading, how much more garbage is it to trade in a bear market? Oh, it doesn't make any difference if it's a bullish market or bearish market. If it's a trending market, it's a good market to trade. Doesn't make any difference which one. What we're talking about here is this intraday chop, where you can't get any kind of direction or trend in the market at all. That's what I call LPTE, low probability trading environment, because you don't have any trend to follow. The market moves up, it moves down. It's just kind of going back and forth above and below the VWAP. Whether we're in a bear market or a bull market, that's defined by the daily chart. And either one of those works fine. I mean, when I started this room in January of 2022, that was the first month of the 16-month bear market, and we made money every single month of those 16 except for one. We made one month we had a small loss, but we made money on every single one of those. And then when we switched to a bear market, we made money in almost every single month. We've got 3 losing months now in 35 months of trading. So we don't care. We don't care. We trade what the market gives us, and we just take advantage of it and use high probability trade setups. The bear market is not any worse than a bull market to trade from our standpoint. Again, not an awful lot to say here. Qs are breaking down now, back below the 15. But notice you get blue. Current time frame momentum is still bullish. It's starting to break down. It's probably going to switch over to yellow pretty quickly. But we'll see. This is just chop. This is why trading this stuff is really, really difficult. Don't feel like you have to make trades. Again, our objective is not to make trades, it's to make money. It's hard to make money in this kind of a market. So I advise patience and caution.
on ICE, see a little volume on the name being mentioned positive on CNBC. On KNX, seeing some December 62.5 call activity on and by the offer expired December 20. KNX Night Swift Transport.
Brian, is there any trades for non-trending markets such as butterflies? Yeah, butterflies are good trades for non-trending market, especially intraday for a day trade. Usually when I do butterflies, I'll do 0 DTE butterflies on the SPYs or the Qs or the IWM, and I'll take the midpoint right around the VWAP and do a butterfly like that. And then this is not a bad day for butterfly actually, because it's just not going anyplace. Jarek, you've always had an impression that trading a bear market is harder. It's harder if you don't like doing shorts. You don't like taking puts or shorting stocks. That's why it's hard. Most people are bullish, and they trade long. And when you need to trade short, it's uncomfortable for them. First of all, they haven't done it very much. Then they don't know how to trade those. So they continue to try to trade like they did before. And in a bear market, bull market strategies don't work, and it ends up being what they'll tell you is, oh, it's much harder to trade a bear market. No, it's not. It's not harder to trade a bear market at all. If anything, it's actually you can actually do better because stocks tend to fall faster than they rise when they start to head down. So it's not difficult. If you familiarize yourself with how to trade short markets, a market that's going down, you've got to be able to take the puts, and you got to be able to short the stock. And if you're uncomfortable with that, which a lot of traders are, a lot of traders don't want to trade anything short, so they try to force longs during bear markets, and guess what? It doesn't work well. What's the difference between the red and green compression zones? Do you want to clear above the green zone for bullish, or the red and green? You're talking about the dynamic compression setups. This area right here, I don't distinguish between them. To me, it's just it's a zone. It's a zone. They get the green to the upside, the red to the downside, but this is just a zone as far as I'm concerned. When it's trading inside that zone, I don't really want to take it until it breaks out of it, one way or the other.
We're watching the VIX members breaking that 14 level lows of the day, 13.99.
VIX coming down here. Again, fear index. It doesn't show much fear in the market, I'll tell you that, because the VIX is down to 13.94. It just keeps coming down. Again, I don't use the VIX for anything anymore. It just doesn't correlate like it used to, and it's just I just don't. A lot of people like to use it as a hedge. They buy VIX if they're long the market. They think the VIX is going to go up. The market goes against them, which is going to protect them a little bit. Up to some degree it does, but I just don't see the correlation there much anymore.
The U.S. dollar by highs.
All right, coming up on 12:30. Going to take a lunch here pretty soon, so I'll stop the feed on the YouTube fairly soon. If you got any questions out there on YouTube, fire them in there before I shut the feed down. Give about another 5 or 10 minutes. VIP's bounced right back up again. Again, I still like it short, but it's bouncing. 1304 is a support level that it needs to get below. TGU, what platforms does the super system work on? The Compass system, or the SPY super system, you can load it on Ninja or Thinkorswim, and I use it on Thinkorswim. This is where I've got the strategy set up, and this is the one I like. It does run on Ninja. Ninja mostly, most people use Ninja use it for futures, which you can trade futures. You can trade futures off the SPY super system. I mean, if I put the ES in here, it's gonna populate just like all the other stocks do. So you've got an ES here, which is showing a little bit of a weakness, but you see it doesn't look much different than the SPY. But if you're on Ninja, most people trade futures over there, and I've used it before, but I don't use it regularly right now. I'm using the compass system on Thinkorswim. I like the presentation, to tell you the truth, as far as easy to see the different setups and colors, etc. Most people that use Ninja, they trade Ninja because they like to trade futures, and futures, the commissions on Ninja are cheaper than they are on most of the other platforms. Coming off the VWAP, still got yellow here. Also in a dynamic compression zone. This is just really. I'm not going to try to force anything here at all. This, by the way, is the 50-day moving average, the simple moving average. I do not use this on the 5-minute chart. The only thing I've got in here right now that I'm interested in is the VWAP and the 15. On the IWM to the upside. Now the IWM is red for the day. Remember, it's down 0.4%. So you're trading against its overall trend for the day. But it is set up off the 15 right here for a long. How'd you make out your routine?
I got one more errand to do.
You what?
One more errand.
Oh, did you get anything in the car that needs to come out?
Yeah, I have to ask,
Okay.
ask things for Alice and
Hold on a sec. All right, everybody, I'm going to get some lunch. So let me take a little break here. The comedians over there in the Discord room telling us today's spy is brought to you by the letter M. Mediocre, middling, mundane, medial, monotonous, meager, muddling. That is for sure. Isaac, the margin requirements are lower on Ninja. Yeah, I mean the margin requirements are much lower on trading. I mean you get a lot of leverage with futures. Okay, I'm going to get some lunch. I'm going to shut down the YouTube feed. Thanks so very much, everybody from YouTube. I appreciate your following the Roomba this morning. We do this every day. You trade through interactive brokers. Yeah, you can trade. Listen, you can trade through any platform, but you can use Ninja or Thinkorswim to put the compass system on, the SPY super system on, so that you can see the indicators. And then I don't trade on Thinkorswim. I mean, I trade on off of Tradia with using TradeHawk. So you can just use Ninja though if you want to. If you're not in the United States, if you can't get Thinkorswim, then it runs on Ninja. Okay, and you don't have to. You can trade through interactive brokers as long as you've got the indicators. That's all you're really using, right? So IWM right here, like you see, it's a little bit of a long, and we'll see where it does. All right, so listen, thanks everybody for watching us on YouTube today. I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow at about 11 o'clock. We try to do this every day from about 11 to 12 or 12:30 or so. So have a great weekend. If I don't see you again tomorrow, have a wonderful Thanksgiving.